Can you believe I was reporting on the war on Christmas on the O'Reilly Factor 20 years ago? Oh, boy, talk about time flying. It's the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. So back then, it was atheists demanding that the words Merry Christmas be banished. A very simple concept. Offensive, off the chart. Horrible, violation of the First Amendment, all that. And some of these companies are actually threatening employees. Some department stores said, if you say Merry Christmas instead of Happy Holidays, we're going to fire you. No, that did not sit well with me. Here's what I said November 9th, 2005. Go.
Controversial in America, public displays of the federal holiday are under attack by the ACLU, and some department stores even tell employees to avoid saying Merry Christmas. So we decided to look at some retail policies this year.
And that was the end of that because I named the stores that were threatening their employees. And you, the millions of people who watch me, said, we're not shopping there. All of them folded. All of them. I remember Target was involved somehow. I think they were a holdout, but they all folded. And we won. And I thought that was it. But now, 2025, 20 years later, there's a new war on Christmas, but it's different. Okay, you ready for this? So, the far left does not want immigration enforcement in America. I think that is a true statement. They supported the open border of President Biden. They don't like ICE. They don't want people held to account. They just don't want any of it. They are using that, and I'm generalizing now, but it's getting pretty common, all right, to say that Christian white men, hello, right here, are ruining Christmas because we are biased against illegal, undocumented aliens. Well, I'm not. I give millions of dollars to help migrants. But I support the immigration laws that we have. They need to be updated, but they need to be enforced. That's my posture. So there is a guy named John Pavlovitz, all right, 56 years old, Syracuse, New York. He is not an official minister, but he's attached to theological concerns. And he has a empathetic people network. So he writes a column, and I'm going to quote briefly from it. Quote, the brutal Yuletide assaults haven't come from atheists or agnostics, not from humanists or Muslims, not from coffee franchises or the liberal media or progressive Christians or the mythical woke mob. The very white conservatives who have been loudly sounding the alarm are incessantly advancing hordes. They're the ones warring with Christmas because they've disregarded their own story. Christmas was a child of Palestinian Jewish parents. I think he means Jesus there, desperately fleeing political ordered genocide. Christmas was a dark-skinned child born amid the smell of damp straw and animal dung because no human-worthy welcome could be found, unquote. All right, so they're pretty provocative. The white men are the ones attacking Christmas. All right. So we called Mr. Pavlovitz, and very politely, because my staff is very polite. They're totally unlike me. Okay, they're very, and he just basically said, no, we're not talking to you, O'Reilly. Okay, John, you don't have enough courage to come on and talk to me, then, look in the mirror, pal. But don't give me a skin color analysis of Christmas, okay? That's racist. And I don't care what color you are, okay? But it's just racist, flat out racist, in my humble opinion. When you bring skin color in, white Christian men are ruining Christmas because we don't agree with you on immigration enforcement. American homeowners, the FBI has been warning all of us about a type of real estate fraud called title theft. The target, your equity. With just a forged signature, ownership can be transferred out of your name, and without protection in place, you are facing an emotional and financial nightmare. That's why I partner up with Home Title Lock. You can find out today if you are already a victim and protect yourself. Use promo code BILL at HomeTitleLock.com to get a free title history report plus a free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection. That's 24/7 monitoring, urgent alerts, and if you are a victim of fraud, they will spend up to $1 million to fix it. Don't be a victim. Protect your equity today. That's HomeTitleLock.com, promo code BILL, or use the link below. That's HomeTitleLock.com, promo code BILL. So this is around, and Pope Leo, and he doesn't even know what's happening. I'm guarantee it. You're getting drawn into this thing. And I'm watching that very, very closely. And hopefully, I'm going to try every trick in my bag to get an interview with Pope Leo. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm going to try. But the progressive left, the Pavloviches of the world, are trying to pull him in here to condemn anyone who would uphold immigration law in the United States and who believes that the ICE agents are not terrible people. I don't believe that. I believe they're public servants doing their job. Okay, now there are excesses, there are mistakes, of course. I'd like to see a policy with a footprint that's not quite as dramatic. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes with the deportation judges. Nobody does. And that's the key to it all. You know, if they take somebody in, they're not a criminal alien, do the judges allow them to go back to where they were? Or do they get a deportation order signed? I don't know. Nobody knows. That's the key to the story. Okay, so just for your information, I know you don't care about the guy, but Pavlovich, he hates Donald Trump. He's a very, very stringent progressive. And he is trying to whip up a war on Christmas scenario that demonizes people who see it differently than him. That's all. Now, I want to talk to Franklin Graham about this and other. You know, Franklin Graham, Billy Graham's son. There he is. He's on TV all the time asking you for money. And I met him a couple of times. He's a nice enough guy. And we put in a call to Franklin Graham. This is very strange. He, like Pavlovich, basically told us to get you know what. It was shocking. If you don't want to do the show, fine, be respectful. And I'll give you a name, Mark Barber, Media Relations Director for Billy Graham Evangelistic Association. Guy was just totally disrespectful to us. And that goes right to Franklin Graham. Okay, so I'm taking a different look at him now. Samaritan's Purse, they're a money machine. They spend a lot of money on television. Graham does. He's there. Wants your money, wants my money. I'm not giving him any money because I don't trust him now. Don't. You can be respectful. If Franklin Graham can't take the heat from me, and it wouldn't be that much heat, but I would ask him about the immigration thing because he's an evangelical. That's it. And that's a memo.